in a small village tucked among low hills and scattered mango groves. Where the air carried the scent of damp soil after rain, lived a young man named Arjun. He ran a modest repair shop at the edge of the market lane, fixing bicycles, mending pots, sharpening tools for farmers. The shop was little more than a shaded alcove with a wooden bench, shelves of spare parts, and a signboard that had faded years ago. Arjun was skilled with his hands, but a deep fear of failure kept him small. Every morning he opened the shop quietly, swept the floor, arranged his tools neatly, then waited. When a customer came with a broken cycle chain or a leaking bucket, he worked quickly and well, but he rarely asked for more work or raised his prices even when materials cost more. What if they go to the bigger shop in town? He thought. What if I charge too much and they never return? Better to stay safe, keep things as they are. Inside, the fear whispered constantly, "You're not ready for bigger things. You'll make a mistake and lose everything." So he stayed within the familiar small jobs, small earnings, small dreams. His mother, who lived with him in the two-room house behind the shop, never complained, but Arjun saw how she counted coins carefully for rice and oil. One monsoon afternoon, when the rain had eased to a soft drizzle, an elderly woman named Lakshmi came to the shop. She carried a heavy brass water pot with a long crack along its side. Lakshmi was known in the village for her quiet wisdom. She had once been a schoolteacher and now spent her days tending a small kitchen garden and helping neighbors with advice or stories. Arjun took the pot carefully. "This crack is deep," he said. "It might not hold water long even if I mend it." Lakshmi watched him examine it. "Then mend what you can," she replied gently. Not everything needs to be perfect to be useful again. While he worked cleaning the crack, heating solder, pressing it together, Lakshmi sat on the bench outside, fanning herself slowly with a palm leaf. She spoke little at first, only commenting on the rain, the way the mango trees bent under the weight of fruit. Then, almost casually, she said, "I used to fear teaching new lessons, thought the children would laugh if I stumbled over a word. One day I realized the class didn't need me to know everything, they needed me to keep coming back, to try again when I got it wrong." Arjun posed the soldering iron warm in his hand. He had never heard her speak of doubt before. "But what if the mistake costs too much?" he asked quietly. Lakshmi looked at the wet lane, where puddles reflected the gray sky. "Mistakes cost," she agreed. "But hiding from them costs more in time, in peace, in the chance to grow something larger than fear allows." She did not press him further. When he finished the repair, the pot held water again. Though a faint line remained, she paid him what he asked, thanked him, and walked away through the light rain. That evening, as Arjun closed the shop, her words stayed with him like the smell of wet earth. He sat on the bench, looking at the tools he had arranged so carefully. "What if I tried one bigger job?" he thought. "Not everything at once, just one step beyond the usual." The next week, a farmer brought in an old hand pump that had stopped working. Normally, Arjun would have sent it to the town mechanic, saying it was too complicated. This time, he hesitated, then decided to try. He took it in a parsley, nice cleaning roost, from his stock. It took to evenings, and his hands shook a little when he reassembled it, but when he tested it, water flowed steadily. The farmer was pleased, paid a fair amount, and told others. Small changes followed, not in a rush but like rain, filling a pond drop by drop. Arjun began keeping a notebook of jobs marking what worked, what didn't. He asked a neighbor who traveled to town to bring back a few new tools he had long wanted but feared wasting money on. Some repairs went smoothly. Others taught him patience when parts didn't fit right away. Doubt still visited, you reaching too far, but he met it with a quiet reply, one job at a time. Mont passed. The shop grew busier, not crowded, but steady. People came for bigger fixes, a sewing machine, a generator part. Arjun raised his rates modestly when costs rose, and most understood. His mother noticed the extra bags of grain, the new lamp for evening light. Arjun himself felt lighter, as if the fear had loosened its hold, not disappeared, but become smaller beside the work he now did. One quiet evening, as the sky turned soft gold, Arjun repaired a child's bicycle while Lakshmi passed by again. She paused, smiled at the scene, and said nothing. He looked up and nodded in thanks. No grand words were needed. Through those slow, steady steps, Arjun came to see that courage is rarely loud or sudden. It is the choice to meet fear with one honest attempt after another, allowing small successes to build until the path ahead feels less shadowed. In that patient meeting of each day, a life quietly widens, and fear, though it may linger, no longer decides the way.